friends, it's Mandy. Thanks so much for joining me for another process video. Today I'm working on a layout for the Cocoa Vanilla Studio design team, and our assignment this week was to create a masculine themed project, and that's to tie in with the announcement of the new boy collection that's coming out from Cocoa Vanilla, and it's called Boys Rule. And I love all of the boy collections from Cocoa Vanilla. They have to be my favorite. I think Zoe just does such an amazing job of creating really awesome, bright and fun and versatile boy themed collections. I think they work great for young and old boys. Yeah, I really love them. And so if you haven't seen the announcement yet for this new collection, pop on over to the blog or the Cocoa Vanilla Instagram account or the Facebook page and check out the pictures there. It'll be hitting stores soon. Some stores are already taking pre-orders, so make sure you get your orders in if you do want to snag this collection, because it's going to be awesome. So I haven't got that collection yet, so I'm going to work today with the You Rock collection. So this was from last year. It was the boy collection from Cocoa Vanilla that was released last year, and I'm also using one of the patterned papers, the white one with the grey crosses on it. That one is from the Totally Rad collection from a couple of years ago. And so what I thought I would do on this page is use up some of my scraps and just cut some strips and arrange them down the left hand side of the page, as you can see that I'm doing there. So I just trimmed them down to various lengths and widths. I didn't really measure anything. I just sort of laid them on the page, marked with a pencil where I wanted to trim them down, and did it like that. So I'm going to sort of layer them all over, down the side there. And I really like how that's looking. So I'm also going to, once I get that arranged how I want it, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew down those strips, and that's just to add a little bit more texture and interest to the page. So you can see there that I've done that. So I'm happy with how that looks. And now I'm going to bring in my photo, and I'm scrapbooking a photo of my son with my father-in-law, and it was taken when we got together for my son's birthday last year. And I hadn't scrapbooked it yet, so I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity to scrapbook this photo for the boy theme on the blog this week. And so I'm going to mat it with that wood grain patterned paper because I want it to sort of really stand out against those patterned papers, and I will also add some foam tape underneath, which I often do, as you know, just to create some more dimension. So I'm going to sort of have that there on the left hand side of the page, overlapping those strips of patterned paper. And so now I've pulled out the die cuts from the collection, and I'm going to have 3 embellishment clusters on this page, and I'm going to arrange them diagonally down the page. So I'll have one up in the top left hand corner. I'm going to have one to the right of the photo, on the right hand side of the photo, and then I'm going to add my title and a couple more embellishments down in the right hand corner of the page. So I've pulled out now the wood veneer pieces from the collection, and I'm going to use that word awesome as the title for my page, and you can sort of see there that's where my clusters are going to be arranged. So I'm also going to add that wood veneer star up in the top left hand corner, and that balances out the wood veneer down the bottom as well. And I've said this before, but one thing I try to do when I'm putting my clusters together is make sure that I have each of the colours that I'm using on my page represented in each of the clusters, and that just helps to make sure that it looks balanced. Okay, so I'm also going to layer a chipboard frame underneath the bottom right hand corner of the photo, and that's just going to help to give it some more dimension and help it to really pop off the page. And now I'm just continuing to build my clusters. So to the right of the photo, I've added another chipboard sticker as well as a star that I fussy cut from one of the patterned papers. And I've also layered, it's a little bit hard to see, but I've also layered a circular die cut underneath that frame. So having all of those elements layered at different heights really just helps to add interest to those clusters as well. So I like to use foam tape or craft foam to lift up some of the elements in my clusters. And I love the dimension and interest that that adds to the page. So down in the bottom right hand cluster, I've also added another chipboard sticker, that black arrow, and another star that I fussy cut, and I'm sort of layering that, tucking it underneath the title. And I'm going to have it sort of overlapping the edge of the page, and I'll cut the edge of that off. And then up in the top left hand cluster, I've added another die cut and also one of the rubber charms from the collection. And then just to add those littler details to the page, I've added some of those small die cut stars to each of the clusters as well. Okay, so I'm happy with how this is looking now, and I'm getting things stuck down. I'm using my Helmar 450 glue, and I find that that works quite well with things like the wood veneer and the rubber charms. I think that holds them quite well. Okay, so I've got everything stuck down now, and the last thing I want to do is just add some journaling to the page. So I've typed that up on my typewriter and cut it up into strips, and I'm going to add that there above the photo. And then I do also add just a couple of the little word stickers from the accessory sticker sheet just to finish the page off. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will be back soon. So I'll see you then. Bye.